The sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds of earth. The sights and sounds.
All right, hello everybody, welcome. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name is Ian. Welcome to the show tonight. This is Starship Adventures, and we are broadcasting live tonight from our studio here in my backyard, actually. And we've got all of our normal screens going on up here, and all of our normal stuff. And you can see right there, we've got basically just news channels and people walking and doing different things. There's not a lot going on tonight, not a lot of severe weather, and so basically tonight we're just covering whatever we can come up with. All right, so I'm going to be pulling up the chat room. Give me just a second with that. And let me see. There we go. All right. And hey, everybody, welcome. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. And tonight, we're just going to be discussing basically the coming year and some thoughts about that. And I'm also going to be showing you guys. I've been working with this AI quite a bit, and I spent hours on it today just playing with it. And I got to tell you, I am thoroughly impressed with what I am seeing with this AI that Jake has written here and has got going on his own private server. And I'm going to be talking with him about coming on the show and talking to you guys about it, because I want to dive deeper. You know what I mean? Anyway, so hello everybody. Let's see who we got in here. We got Heath, we've got Bill, we've got Neighbor, we've got Junior, Carlotta. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Let's see here. I tonight have Mama Kitty, of course. You gonna say hi, Mama Kitty? She's kind of shy. You gonna say hi? Say hi. No. She don't talk much. Hell of a co-host. All right. So anyway, we are doing our thing tonight. This is New Year's Day edition of the Sights and Sounds of Earth, and I have to tell you guys, I sat here today and just played with AI. I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. It is so fun to play around with AI. It's absolutely amazing. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at the news and what's going on. There's not a whole lot of news today, as you can imagine. It's a holiday, and it's coming out of the holidays, and so this is not going to be a big news day. Memdani was sworn in as the mayor of New York, and he has now declared war on slumlords. I'm confused about the whole socialist doesn't like slumlords. I'm very confused, but let's just leave that alone for tonight. He's was inaugurated right alongside Bernie Sanders and AOC, so there you go. He was in very good, typical company there. No, I'm really not going to the dark side. I haven't been. I've been creating. I will admit, I've been creating satire, and I'm going to show you guys some of it here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. I've got some funny shit that I made on AI. Just using photographs of people that I work with, or and myself, and but I'm going to show you guys. I've got like 20 plus images here that I'm going to show you guys here in just a few minutes. All right, so let's see if we can get a few more folks coming in, and we will continue to move right along here. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, the whole thing's weird because the way he wants to run it will create slumlord situations. So it's kind of just a weird thing. CNN's being mocked right now for their effort to completely discredit the Minnesota daycare whistleblower. You remember the guy I told you about, Nick Shirley? If you haven't seen his channel, go to his channel, Nick Shirley. I don't make a lot of subscription suggestions. I suggest you subscribe to him. He put a lot of good journalism. Hey, Victor, he put a lot of good journalism into this, and he went and he found a bunch of fraud out there. Found a bunch of it. And now CNN has wrote this big nasty thing. The truth is, his past is fairly clean. You know, he has no like skeletons or anything. But they were still, you know, this so-called journalist and this and that and the other thing. The truth is, he went out and he did a good job. And finally, CNN at the end has kind of had to admit, yeah, he did, you know, he did go out and do journalisming, and he did it okay. Anyway, we may get back to that fraud thing later. Okay, I probably will come back to that. Let's see if we get back that far. there's really not a lot of new to report other than there's more YouTubers now descending. FBI is descending on the place, and also national media and mainstream media. Um, it is no, no. Why did that camera just zoom in like that? What? God damn! I have got to figure out why this camera is doing this. I've got it set on this. What is it? Why is it doing that? I've got AI tracking. It says normal tracking. I don't want tracking, so I think its tracking is turned off. But it doesn't really say it. Oh, okay, wait a minute. There we go. I think that might do it. Yeah, that should do it. That should turn it off. Man, that's annoying. It may be useful if you're a walker and you're a pacer and you need to shoot something by yourself without a camera person. It does a pretty good job. Well, you're not too late. We just started 13 minutes ago. I'm going to be showing a bunch of AI pictures. I went crazy today. I spent hours just sitting here just playing with AI to see what I could get this. This is a private server. I've never got to play with an AI before that did not have 50 million restrictions on every single thing that you do. And so it's been kind of fun to be able to make funny pictures of actual people and things like that. I don't have to put in the pictures. If the computer knows the people, it makes the pictures. It's amazing. I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes. I'm going to tell you guys about it a little bit. I'm going to show you guys some of the pictures I made. They're absolutely hilarious. Some are political, some are funny. And then if you want, I will make a few. You guys build the prompt. Here's the deal. You guys build the prompt, and please, nothing really nasty or nothing dirty. Let's keep it kind of clean. You can make fun of people. I don't care about that, but let's not have nude this and shit that. But you guys know what I mean. Just keep it decent. Build your prompt. Build your best prompt, and put it in the chat, and I will stick it in. And Mama Kitty and I will see what it makes on the AI. And I'll save them. I'll get them. I'll put up a link so you guys can get them. I'll put all these in a box. You guys can come get the ones you want. I will put. What I do is I just create a shareable Google Drive, and I will put that up. So I'm going to go ahead and. All right, there's not a lot to talk about weather-wise tonight. Very quiet all across the country. All right, so I'm going to create a new folder, and this one's going to be called Show Downloads. Okay, and then I'm going to go to that one, and I'm going to share, copy link. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to paste this in. So you guys that are my regulars, put this in your, hold on to this, okay? That Google Drive link will get you into a empty folder right now. But I'm going to drop everything we make tonight, plus what I show you and everything in that folder, so you guys can grab it later tonight, okay? So hold on to that. All right. I'll tell you what, let me do this. Drive folder, and then I will take that and I will pin it to the top. There we go. How about that? Now it's pinned up there. That's the drive folder. You guys can find it, go to it when you need it. I want to tell you guys something weird up top there. The middle one up there, that is Pennsylvania. That's Philly. And they literally have a police light bar. This intersection is so bad. Not only is there live roving cameras there, okay? But they got a police light bar that just, it literally, it's a full light bar off a police car. And it's like stuck on top of a power box there. And it's just on, blinking like an SOB, and it's been going for months. Okay, Texas, I'll do that, but it really, really needs a lot more detail. Like, do you want a lot of a MAGA Texas mouse celebrating at a Trump rally, and then you want to put something like with thousands of other mice while Trump is speaking on stage or something? You want to be a little more specific. Now, I will tell you, if you're not specific, it'll still make the picture, and it's cool because it lets it kind of create. So I'll do it. I'll do this one too. I don't care. I mean, it's not a big deal. All right. So you got the drive link there. All right. Let me finish this up over here real quick. The only other thing I wanted to bring up, the Iranian regime has now opened fire on their own people now. It's getting really dicey over there. The people are sick of it. They're sick of the government there, and so there's basically a coup in progress. No, Texas, none of us are good at this. This is the fun of it. Literally, none of us are good. I learned today how to make a bunch of prompts. I've got prompts to make all kinds of stuff. And I've learned how to make prompts, and it's good. All right, and the only other thing I do want to mention here, at least 40 dead now in a fire in the Swiss Alps bar during a New Year's Eve celebration. According to police, fire erupted at Lee Constellation Bar in Crans, Montana, with some of those seriously injured between the age of 16 and 26. At least 40 New Year's revelers have been killed after the fire ripped through the bar in the Swiss Alps. The chaotic blaze at the Lee Constellation venue and at the Alpine Ski Resort municipality of Crans, Montana, Switzerland, which erupted at 1:30 a.m. local time during a New Year's celebration, also left another 115 injured, many of them seriously. At least 22 of those seriously injured in the fire were between 16 and 26. The evening should have been a moment of celebration and coming together, but it turned into a nightmare, according to the head regional government person there. They're covering it all up because it's all messed up. Okay, several police commander Frederick Gisler said during a news conference that tens of people were killed and that they were going to get a full number. They're now starting to settle, I think, on 40. Later in the day, they've now saying there's 40. Helicopters and ambulances had rushed to the scene to assist victims, including some from different countries. Two women told French broadcaster BFM TV that they were inside when they saw a male bartender carrying a female bartender on his shoulders. The female bartender was holding a lit candle and a bottle that set fire to the wooden ceiling. The flames quickly spread and collapsed the ceiling. One of the women described the crowd surge as people frantically tried to escape from the basement club up a narrow flight of stairs and through a narrow door. Jesus. Another witness speaking to BFM TV described people smashing windows to escape the blaze, some gravely injured, and panicked parents rushing to the scene in cars to see whether their children were still trapped inside. A young man said he saw about 20 people scrambling to get out of the smoke and flames and likened it, what he saw, to a horror movie as he watched from across the street. A 16-year-old from Paris who survived the blaze described total chaos inside the bar. One of his friends died and 2 or 3 were missing, he told the Associated Press. He said he hadn't seen the fire start, but he did see waitresses arrive with champagne bottles with sparklers in them, he said. So this was set off by impromptu pyrotechnics that were being used, sparklers in wine bottles and shit like that. I'm telling you guys, as a former fire marshal, retired fire chief, I got to tell you guys, I do not see the need for open flame inside of these occupancies. When I used to think they're being pricks. They won't let them burn candles inside this, and they won't let them, use pyrotechnics here and there. But my God, look at the Station nightclub fire. We lost 100 people in that fire. All right, and that was because the band had set off pyrotechnics that were not really approved. Um, okay. A lot of people that did escape reported almost being suffocated by the thick black smoke. The injured were so numerous that the intensive care unit and operating theater at the regional hospital quickly hit full capacity. Swiss authorities also later said that the unit in Valeris was full and that Italy had made a major burn unit available in Milan to treat the injured. Most of the injured suffered burns to more than 20% of their bodies. University Hospital of Louisiana director Claire Clermont told the Swiss newspaper. 13 of the wounded are Italian citizens, while 6 additional Italians remain unaccounted for. Um, Jesus, what a mess. They say that the blaze, of course, released combustible gases that ignited violently and caused what English-speaking firefighters call a flashover. Um, a flashover, for you guys that don't know, is it's different than a backdraft. A backdraft happens when you have a fire that doesn't penetrate the outside of the structure that is burning, and it actually puts itself out, and it's sitting there in a smoldering state. And if someone snatches the door open and introduces a gust of oxygen into that environment, it explodes. That's a backdraft. They made a movie about it. Now, flashover. Flashover occurs when the room is burning violently and everything in the room reaches a flash point and everything begins to burn at the same time, and it's basically just a flash and everything begins to burn. And if you're in a flashover, even laying flat on the ground in full bunker gear, you're going to probably get burned. It's dangerous. You can only push back so much with a hose line, and a lot of times you end up just steaming yourself with a hose line. If you're not in the room where the fire's originating, all that flashing is going on over your head. All right, I used to teach my guys this. You got to crawl to the fire. You can't put out smoke. You got to crawl to the fire. And so when you crawl into a burning building and you look around and you don't see anything burning, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Spraying shit over your head ain't going to put out nothing. You got to find the base of the fire, the couch that's burning, the room that's burning, and you got to directly put your water on the base of the fire. And then what that does, it steams it off. And when it steams it off, it cools the base of the fire and it starts to put the base of the fire out. As that's going on, it's steaming off. And this off gassing and off steaming that's going on from the application of water to this very hot thing that's burning, this steam that goes up ends up putting everything out. It ends up stifling the fire all the way up through the attic and out the roof and everything. And so proper firefighting done properly, okay, can be very helpful, and it can work very well. Firefighting done improperly ends up getting people hurt, and you end up burning the building down. I can't tell you no matter how many times I would teach my firefighters, you go in and you go into the fire and you crawl until you find the fire. What's over your head is burning gases. That's not the fire. You got to find the fire. Oh, does he? All right, I'll pull him up. But once you find the fire, then you put the water directly on the fire and the whole thing just goes out. That's how it works. Now, once you reach a flashover, it gets a lot more difficult. You still fight the fire kind of the same way, but now you're everything's burning and it gets even more difficult. But you still, because when it flashes and you got to put a bunch of water on it, you're steaming yourself like a lobster. Um, all right, there's Connor Croft up in the top corner up there. All right, there we go. He's on. Oh, I already. Where did that name come from? I had him up here somewhere else already. Hold on. I gotta get rid of that one. All right, there we go. That's correct now. Okay. I don't know why that popped up there again. All right. So anyway. Hey, is it Este? Este? Este Nestella Datocious? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm bad with all that. But hey, welcome to the crew. And I'll just call you Ensign if that's okay. I'm just kidding. All right. Thank you for being here. And thank you for hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. All right. We're trying to keep things current here. We got Storm Chaser Connor Croft up in the corner up there where we've got a snowstorm. In the center, we've got basically what do they call it there in Pennsylvania? Crapper Row or whatever. And there's some crazy shit going on there. And then the other one up there, the other top one, that's another. It's a night walk, and just beautiful up in the Northeast with the snow coming down. All of these are live right now, and as I come across them, I'll tell you guys where they're at again. All right, so one of the things I want to do tonight, this is kind of fun, is something we've kind of done a couple times already in different formats. And one of the things I would like to do tonight is play around a little bit more with this program that I have, and it's basically a friend's private AI. It's Zombieland in Kingston. Yeah, thank you. And what I have here is I can turn on the left screen, and I can basically create a situation here where you guys can see what I'm generating. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys to put in the prompts, and we will learn together how these prompts work and how they because I'm going to tell you something. If you can prompt AI, you got the future. That is the future, learning how to prompt AI. So if you can prompt AI, you're good. Okay, so the first one I had here, yeah, house fires move very fast. Yeah, I mean, I used to have to go and improve these. I was a fire marshal, and I used to have to go and I'd meet the guy in the back, and he's all whacked out and shit, and he's like, I put a bunch of pots up there, they're all gonna go boom, man, boom. I'm like, dude, okay, shit. These all, I'm gonna put 8,400 people in this place, and this crazy man back here is gonna set off explosives. I don't think it's worth the risk. All right, so here's Texas. Put in your prompts, guys. Seriously, I want to see them prompts. All right, here we go. This is Texas Mouse. There you go, right there. Is that amazing or what? I just I just love this thing, dude. You have no idea how much I love this thing. It's terrible. It does a really good job. All right, let me make sure I got this all set up. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Look at that. Is that funny or what? And I'll save the image. I'll save the image. Hold on. I gotta get all this figured out here. All right. I don't want to give you guys too many previews of what's to come here. All right. So I'm just going to give it some random name. There we go. All right, good. That's doing that now. All right, so I can go back to here and there. All right, so yeah, there you go. That's what we came up with. That's literally what we came up with on that one. All right, so what I did was while you guys are putting in your prompts, and I'm sure you're all working on them right now. I'm absolutely sure. I'm going to show you guys some other ones that I did today. When I was literally having like a little bit of inspiration. I don't know what you want to call it. Silliness maybe. I don't know. But I thought it was hilarious. And so I'm going to show you guys where it is here. All right, let's see if I can get all this in the photo here. Damn, this thing is flaky as shit. Oh my god, this is just terrible. I've got too much on this screen and it has to cycle through everything. All right, there we go. Okay, here's the first one. I want to tell you guys the story of how this all started, okay? And I started with the wrong picture, but that's okay. I mean, you guys can get it from this. And not only did I start from the wrong picture, but I think... There it is. Apparently what happened was we caught some people. The Federation caught some people that were... apparently they were woke, and they were woke dissidents. And so they were taken into custody at that point. And so then they decided, hey, some of them were like so bad that they were going to have to blow them out of the airlock. And so some of them that, you know, there wasn't much they could do other than shoot them out the airlock. So they airlocked some of them because they were just, what do you do with these people, right? I mean, come on. They won't be tolerated in the future. And I want to tell you guys about the new show coming to Paramount Plus called the USS Liberty. It's going to be amazing. It starts in 2026 in the spring. Paramount Plus. It's a new Star Trek spin-off series starring Trey Radel. It's going to be amazing. Look at these. These are all like spoof pictures I did, so just go with me here. Here's one I did of my car with all the gear on it and everything, traveling on a bridge that doesn't exist, with the Sunshine Skyway Bridge in the background. Isn't that an awesome picture? And here we go, another TV guide talking about the new spin-off series, USS Liberty, the NCC 1776. I thought that was I added that. I thought that was cool. I sent these to him. He was freaking out. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe this shit. Oh, there's my car again. This time it's out west in a tornado, and yeah, there we are out there chasing, or is it chasing me? I can't really tell. There I am, last man, the captain, last man aboard the ship. That's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? Right? And I couldn't. I couldn't. Okay, I'll leave it there. Here we go. You can get the Trey Radel action figure, and that comes with the. It has the Kung Fu action, and it also comes with the phaser and the communicator. And so there you go. And it comes with a little badge that you can put on your shirt, so you can play first officer when you're playing with your Captain Trey Radel action figure from the USS Liberty. And this was the movie that we did right after that, USS Liberty, the Captain Trey Radel story. This came out in a hardback. You can get it where all major books are sold right now. It is really, really good. I suggest this one hard. It's really good. And then the story basically starts to unfold when they beamed aboard what they thought was just a bunch of refugees. All right, and these refugees, we beamed them in, and it was a bunch of them. The smartest one, the spokesperson, seemed to be a donkey, but they also beamed up a bunch of classified papers when they came up, and we didn't know what to do with any of that. So we were kind of perplexed as to what to do with that one. Pick out your favorite Democrat. This was right after they caught them. They were disguised as Klingons, and Nancy's forehead fell off. But they were disguised as Klingon. You can see Tampon Tim there in the middle, or as they call him in Klingon, Chak Nosh Da Da Ba. And you can also see the douchebag there to the right. And there's Data. Data's checking them in. He's figuring out right now they're not really Klingons. They're douchebags. He checked their blood. They're not Klingons. They're douchebags. Is any of this funny to you guys? I don't know. And there's Trey. That was Trey and I on the bridge there. And that was when one of our crew members just suddenly disappeared off the bridge. It was a crazy moment there on the bridge. And there's our publicity picture. For those of you who were wanting a publicity shot, there's the headshot. That's the one he signs at all the conventions right there. And hopefully you guys will, pick up one of these pictures for $40 and he'll sign it for you for free. Oh my God. I sent these to him. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe that you made these. It's crazy. Yeah, I took about 40 pounds off of me, but anyway. All right, so that's my pictures. I will say some of these are really good. I gave it very specific prompts. I gave it the names of the people I wanted. That's all I did. It's a prompt. I gave it the names of the people I wanted, beaming into the Star Trek The Next Generation transporter room. There's a few crewmen nearby. They've got stacks and file boxes full of paperwork. Also, there's a donkey present that looks like he's been in, and they've all looked like they've been in a fight, and they lost, which is not far from the truth. The USS Liberty. Do you like that? And it's the NCC 1776. I thought that was cool. Yeah, I thought it was cool. Look at AOC. Yeah, she's the little liberal cub. I just love these. I think they came out so well. I'm gonna be you'll be seeing some of these pop up, and I'll be making some other ones If you guys listen, if you guys want to make these with yourself in them, make them. I can make them tonight. Nobody's putting any prompts in. Thanks. um, you saw a 20 something buying a movie. That is pretty shocking. Oh, well, anyway. I love that one right there. I love the look on Nancy and AOC's face. I mean, they're pissed. They're pissed. And look at Tampon Tim. You can tell he's got to piss. He's like, oh man, I got to piss. And Schumer's over there. He says, I had to piss. I just let it go. Anyway. And there's Kamala. She wanted to be the boss so bad. Anyway, all right, I'm done. We're gonna airlock this bunch. What do you guys think? Should we airlock them? What do you guys think? All right, there. You guys take part in our poll. Should we airlock this bunch? I told Trey. I said I think you should put these on Facebook and start a rumor. uh, Okay, it's running 89% for airlock. All right. Everybody knows what that means, right? When you airlock somebody, you just open the airlock and they're no longer a problem. Matter of fact, you don't hear them anymore at all. Send them to the onion. I'm going to be doing more and more satire. I got to tell you, I'm loving this. I've already got 2 people wanting me to make them satire that they can post on their sites. I don't really do a lot of it myself, posting it, but they do. Oh, here, we're coming back by. There's the garbage dumpster or light controller or whatever it is that has a full police light bar on top. That light bar has been going since like 2 years ago. Whoever made that light bar should be commended. They did a good job because it's been going for a very long time. Yeah, and then this, I think this one's probably my favorite. If you notice above the access door, these 2 lieutenants are loading the prisoners in. They are on their way to the asylum for the criminally woke. That's on the Norprin colony. And it's where you send washed up old douchebags that are they're unsalvageable in society. What are you going to do with these people? So in the future, we'll have planetoids and moons and things like that we can populate with douchebags. Look at Tim. He's always impatient. He's in the back like, come on, can we move the line, you old bag? Oh my God. Notice there's no jazz hands. No jazz hands today. Look at the look on AOC. Yeah. Anybody that's been married knows that look. Oh my God. Yeah, I love these pictures. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm childish. I don't give a shit. All right, so here's the thing. If you guys put in a prompt, I'll make it. I'll be glad to make it up. I'll put in a prompt. If you guys just put in a prompt, I'll make it. All right, so it looks like 82% for airlocking. So, okay, we'll go ahead and airlock them. Mama Kitty votes against airlocking. She is very anti-violence. Make Alcatraz great again. Yeah. They were going to the asylum for the criminally woke. All right, so there you go. I've had yes, I've had some fun with this. Okay, that's fine. But here's the thing: AI can make anything, and you got to be careful. There's a fake out right now of AOC talking about how a ceasefire means that they see fire. It was hilarious. It's not her. It's fake. She's ignorant, but not quite that ignorant. Yeah. Well, that the left always does that. I don't know if you guys remember. 2 days before Tim Walz was announced, Jazz Hands was announced that he was going to be Kamala Harris's running mate. If you guys remember, they came out and announced that J.D. Vance was, quote, weird. You guys remember that? He was weird. And then Walz was announced. He came out. He's Jazz Hands. He's weird. He comes out talking about he's a coach. They hand him a gun. He doesn't know how to use it. He's an idiot. And he's weird, right? And so literally what they did was they went and called the other guy weird first. That's literally how childish and ignorant politics is. They literally went and called J.D. Vance weird. Now, of the 4 people that ran, Trump, Vance, Kamala, and Jazz Hands, of the 4 people that ran, J.D. Vance is probably the most normal by far. Okay? Trump ain't normal. Okay? I love him, but he's not normal. And of course, Jazz Hands is certainly not normal, and Kamala Harris is not normal. Anybody that's listened to her laugh knows that. So there you go. So that's how politics work. They will come out and they will say, hey, that guy's weird. And then 2 days later, they announced that they've picked the weird guy to be the vice president candidate. Yeah, it should. Well, because, Zelensky has had to be put in his place 2 or 3 times, and Putin has been put in his place 2 or 3 times. That's the big problem with these guys, is the britches. And Trump brings back and says, hey, I don't give a shit about all that. I don't care about all that. What I care about is resources, not killing guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? And that's why Trump approaches this thing totally differently. It's all in good jest, kinda. I mean, I'm fairly mean. Wait till you see some of the stuff I'm going to do about the ARRL. You can take pictures. Like, okay, all right. Let me find one real quick here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to images and I download. I'm gonna. Okay, here's a nice picture of the ARRL headquarters. So now what I'm gonna do, and since I'm gonna do it because you guys won't send me no damn prompts, I'm gonna save this image. All right, and then there it is. And now I'm gonna go back to my quick pitch, and I'm gonna type in here. Take this image. Make it at twilight with the street lights on. Make the building run down and spooky with ghosts in the windows. Have skeletons laying around the front yard. Okay, so here we go. I just typed in like a stupid. Oh, it didn't understand what I meant there. I don't know how to spell stuff sometimes, and the spell check doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to generate this, and we're going to see what comes up here. You ready, Mama? Here it comes. Oh, that. Oh boy, I'm stupid. Hold on. I didn't add the image. Ignorant ass. No, not that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to now. If you don't add an image, it will do what you say without the image, which is what it did here. But I wanted to recreate it with the base image being the ARRL headquarters building. There you go. Save. Oh boy. Oh, come on. God damn, I hate the fact that it won't give it a new name each time. Piece of shit. Alright. Yeah, there you go. It does some really cool stuff. Like I said, you could take a current image of something, you know, or whatever, and you can have it modify it. Like that image there was taken during the day, but yet it made it look pretty eerie and kind of at night. Oh, I'm gonna use that one. That's pretty damn cool. Let me try something. I want to go. I doubt there's an image of the place at night. No, there's not. Okay, so save image. Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a different image this time, and I'm gonna run it through again and see what happens. Okay, and I'm gonna have it remove the man that's sitting in the image, and I'm giving it basically the same instructions that I gave the last one. This is just a different picture of the same building, and I want to see how it ages it this time. This is pretty cool that you can age a building. You can make it look like shit. Look at this. Now, I can then go to edit. Now, what do I want to edit? Watch this. Age the building more. That's all I'm going to type. Apply edit. I want to save this real quick. Oh, you bastard. You know how normally it'll save like number 1 or number 2? Mine's not doing that anymore. So now I have to type in some bullshit every time. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so spooky. Now, make the ghosts more subdued and mysterious. So see, you can keep applying edits. You can also add styles too, and I'll show you styles in a minute. That's really cool how it aged that building. Look at the front doors on the right there. That's spooky. I mean, this is really good. Now the ghosts look kind of cartoony, and so I'm trying to phase those back. Make the ghosts much more subdued. And very faint. I just want the ghosts to be there, but I don't want them to be very well seen. Little Tim Wall's sitting on Santa's lap. Oh, Republicans are bad, but they're not as bad. That's the difference. The corruption runs deep on both sides. Sometimes you have to pick the people that are just on your team, knowing that the whole system's rigged. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the ghost on the left and make the others more faint. I really don't want, I want the ghost to be part of it, but I don't want them to be pronounced. I want them to be like, oh shit, look, there's ghosts, you know, type of thing. So I keep telling it more faint, and I'm wanting to remove that left one completely because I want the ghosts to look like they're in the room. There we go. I like that. Now see, the ghosts are they're in the background. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, I can kind of see a ghost there a little bit. Is that a ghost? I'm not sure. I'm saving that one. Oh man, I'm gonna use that. Damn this thing. All right, so where are we at here? Okay, here we go. Make a paste. Little, I'm going to add the word baby version of governor tampon Tim Walls sitting on Santa's lap crying for his mommy. Okay, this might be funny. Let's see what happens here. Let's just see what happens. Oh, come on. It's not going to do it. Shit. So oh shit, I got to get rid of the picture. That's why. It did this to me earlier. What am I doing wrong? It is flaky. Not as bad as the commercial versions. Dreaming. Dream away. Oh my god, dude. Yes. Yes, exactly. Oh. And they got Schmuck Schumer and Nancy Stretch Pelosi back there. Well, neighbor, you're right. Imagine us little citizens running these big scams like the government does. Yeah, it's pretty hard to imagine that, except the Somalis are doing it. They figured out a way to do it. Um, yeah, I love comedy. I don't listen to it as much. I like to just play around with it and do it more like this than. But I used to watch a lot of stand up comedy. I used to like it. That's hilarious. That is just a hilarious picture right there. Democratic holiday party. Photos with Santa. That's so good. All right, what else you guys want me to do? I don't care. All I did was type Donald Trump flying a fighter jet. That's literally all I typed. How about that? I love how he's at 40,000 feet and the canopy's up. But we won't, we'll leave that there for now. Only one star? Alright, we'll let that slide. Is that not cool? Oh, sludging, yes. Suno. I've made more songs. I'm having a ball with it. I'm having a ball with it. I love it. Um, okay, let's see if this comes out. I'll read the prompt if it comes out. Sometimes it doesn't even work. If you get too crazy or wonky, it'll tell you, and a lot of times it'll say no, it can't do it. But then you realize it's something really simple. You just have to go in and figure it out. Hey, there you go. How about that? Oh, that is not what I put in. Let's try that one. The shirtless Donald Trump doesn't excite me any more than the shirtless Putin did. Yeah, in another year or two, AI will be able to complete television shows, and you won't be able to tell which is real and which isn't. There you go. Semi-quintennial. I love it. I think that technically is what it is. Let's try that. Let's regenerate. And then after that, if that gets me close to what I want, then I can, if that gets me close, then we can switch over to edit mode and we can edit it down even more. Look at that. I love it. I'll save that one for you guys. That's a good one. Oh. It does spell words wrong. This one here does a lot better with words, and this one here I can tell it exactly what words I want and it gets it right every time. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, I literally just put all this in the prompt and there it is. I love it. I think that's good. All right, what else you guys want me to do? Yeah, the Bing image is good. It just it doesn't it has a problem with words mostly. It also doesn't create them the right size. Sometimes I can get it to create them the right size, you know, landscape or whatever, and sometimes I can't. Um, no, I haven't listened to that. This one only does images and it also does video. Um, I You can actually put in a prompt and it will make you a short 10-second video with that prompt as well. But that's about it, and it does add sound. Um, let's see. I'll try to make a quick video here. Let's see. All right, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I literally just put, when you're doing video, you have to keep it a little more simple. I've noticed if you get really wordy in the video stuff, I mean, I haven't found, they're only 10 seconds. So what am I going to use it for? I mean, I would have to make something that loops and then make like a loop out of it, use another program to make a loop out of it. Um, oh, it does that when I don't give it enough. So I just gave it a lot more descriptors to go by. So hopefully now it will make what I'm making, what I asked it to make. Come on, baby, make it. You can do this one. This one's easy. I'm burning up Jake's machine. He's working on now hosting this so that we can start letting you guys use it. We just got to get some more capacity going. Figure out how we're going to fund it. If we're going to put a lot of capacity up, then we're going to have to fund the capacity. Um, okay, the prompt I gave it was show the USS Enterprise shooting and destroying Elon Musk's Tesla that he launched into space. And this is what it came up with. Oh, if I'm sure I could put pictures of the Enterprise and a picture of the Tesla in there and it would do a much better job. I just wanted to show you guys it does make videos. The video stuff's a little rougher, of course, but it does make videos. Now, see, the video didn't come out good. That's not the USS Enterprise. That didn't look really much like that Tesla that was sent into space. I don't know what the weird Maximilian 1000 robot is that's up to the right there. That's definitely Maximilian. And then I just did the same exact prompt, but I did it for a photograph, and look at the difference. It's funny, it won't make videos of like proper nouns and things, but look at that. That's a lot more like it. You know, that more like what I was looking for. There's Earth in the background, and that's pretty cool. Although that's not where the phasers come out on that particular ship. But we'll, we won't get too technical, right? All right, let's see here. All right, a dog playfully chasing a cat, playfully chasing a mouse who's trying to get some cheese. I just typed that in and pressed go. I literally just copied and pasted. Um, there you go. It looks like a Purina commercial. Um, all right, let's see here. All right, yeah. If you guys got anything else, let me know. I'd be glad to put it in there and hit the button. It's really easy to copy and paste it in. Literally any one that you guys want me to do, we can do it. Mama hasn't gone outside in 3 days. She goes to the door and she goes like this with her paw, and that means nope, too cold. Not ga da. Uh, well, I'm glad you're getting some entertainment out of this mess. It's a shit show. uh, yeah, I know. Yeah. I love you can sit here all day and just have K not have whatever made you want. All right, let's try one here. I have no idea what this is going to look like, but we're going to try it. Yeah, I mean that picture with the dogs and the cats, that's not even that well done. I mean it's done better on a lot of the other ones. That one there's a little weird. Um, there you go. Here we go, guys. You ever wonder what it looked like if we had a Star Trek convention in Times Square? I count one, two, three, four, five. I count five Bill Shatners. How many do you guys get? I think I see five Bill Shatners. Four of them are talking on the communicator. He's always talking on the communicator. What's up with that guy? I see one Spock. Let's see who else. Oh, there's a Spock wearing a Klingon sash. Now that's interesting. That must be Spock, Nick Spock. And I see an Uhura in there, maybe two. That's pretty cool. Isn't that fun? Oh, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. But you guys have to pick your poison. I'm a Star Trek guy, so all of my stuff. The Iguana Sniper on YouTube. No, I've never watched that. Yeah, it's warmer here tonight. I think we're going to be in the low 50s tonight instead of the upper 30s, which is welcome. Um, I went and I couldn't find my little heater this year. I have a little heater for my room, and but I went and bought another one. Luckily, we had already had our first cold front. The first cold front, you're screwed. The second cold front, you can go get something. I love the signs on the side. Look at this. It says Federation. Look, it says Starfleet. It says Federation up here. It says Starfleet Federation up here. It's amazing to me. And look at this. There's a Delta here with like a join poster. Look at that. And another one up here with a picture of a shuttlecraft on it. The thing's creative, dude. I have to admit, it's creative. This reminds me of one of them magazines like Mad Magazine, where they would have this and they would say, you have to find all of the whatever, monkeys or whatever. And it would be like a picture like this. And you'd have to find like whatever it is. Find the crewman in the green shirt or whatever. What's funny is this guy here doesn't look like Leonard Nimoy. He looks like the guy that plays the same part on Star Trek Continues. That looks like the guy that plays Spock on Star Trek Continues. And this guy is supposed to be Spock over here. I know you can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here noticing it. This guy looks like the guy that plays Spock on Star Trek Continues. And this guy, this Spock here, don't really look like Spock. He looks like some other Vulcan with a Klingon sash on. He's the only one out here with a Klingon sash. Isn't that interesting? What's this computer thinking? You know something else that that other one I used to use that I told you guys about? That one used to always put the badge on the wrong side of the chest. It used to drive me nuts. And if a crewman was looking the other way, it would put the badge on his back. And I used to hate stuff like that. I used to make stuff and then I'd have to go back in and correct it. You know, I'd have to go back in and take this out or whatever. All right, if anybody has another prompt. Yeah, I don't eat any exotic food at all. Yeah, I don't eat exotic food, so yeah, probably a really good thing I'm not an exotic food eater. I like iguana or parrot or any of that. Um yeah, thanks neighbor. I appreciate that. Hit that subscribe guys and thumbs up and all that good stuff. Make it count. Hi, Mama. What you doing, Mom Kitty? Mom Kitty. Mama Girl. What are you doing? What if the Federation showed up for a football game? I like how they make most of the engineers go sit over on that other side over there. No, you go sit over with security, you scumbag. Go Starfleet Academy. Oh my god, they gave the teams names. Those are Khan's Keefs, whatever that means. Oh my god, dude. This thing is so imaginative. Even their logos have the logo on the sleeve, and they're in the primary colors. Oh my God. Yeah, being a little chunky is not bad. You don't want to be overweight, though, more than 20, 30 pounds overweight. But being chunky is fine. And the other thing is really tall people don't live as long. It's a fact. Um, a little bit of extra weight's good. Um, they're finding now that people are just designed to carry a little bit extra weight. It's not a big deal, really. Oh, all right. All right, guys. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to roll the commercials. And I need 5 minutes. I need to get up and go do a couple things, check on something, and I will be back in just a few minutes. So don't you guys go anywhere. Like I said, when I take a break like this, it's just a quickie. So you know, I won't be gone that long. So just don't take off on me here. Oh, trying to find my. Where's my thing at? Mom, kitty, where did you do my thing? Shit. All right, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to leave this one on. All right, there we go. Good enough. All right, guys, I'm going to be back in just a few minutes. And the song I'm going to play for you guys real quick is, let me see which one I got here. Yeah, this one's called Voices in the Night. I'll be back in about 6 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. This song's called Voices in the Night. This is playing now over on Pile Up Radio on Starship After Dark, and it will be one of the songs featured on our channel once we get that launched. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian. The sights and sounds of Earth.
Cold, stormy night. The sky's angry and white. Turn the big wheel, let the signals ride. Out behind the house in the little wooden shack, red glow of the tubes, no turning back. Cold winter wind howling through the trees, but inside it's warm with the world on its knees. Darling, slow through the hiss and the roar, faint voices rising from a distant shore. Sky whisper from Europe, a growl from down under. South African station rolling like thunder. Italian home with the song in his voice. Brazilian PY breaking through the noise. The band is alive when the sun goes down. Delay fades and the magic comes round. Ionosphere glowing, band in the way, bringing me voices I'm dying to say. Voices in the night, calling through the dark. 40 meters burning with a lonely spark. From Tokyo to Moscow, Buenos Aires light. International friends on the friendly night. Voices in the night, thousands of miles away. Spooky signals dancing in the gray. Logbook filling up, page after page. Ham radio brothers on the global stage. Hear them fading in, then fading out. Ghosts on the band, no one about. A signal from nowhere, a call in the blue. 40 meters magic, coming straight to you. Voices in the night, reaching for the stars. 40 meters carrying us so far. Cold, clear sky, and the world feels right. Friendship forever on the waves tonight. Voices in the night, never gonna fade. Spooky, sweet signals that the ionosphere made. Lock but closes slow as the dawn turns bright. But I'll be back tomorrow for the voices in the night.
guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That's one that I made there for ham radio. I'm actually bringing an entire radio station with the entire content, the liners, everything. I'm probably even going to have little snippets and news stuff on there. It's going to be really cool when I get it going. I'm working on the automation software right now. It's going to have liners. It's going to come on and say, you're listening to da 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 da. Now back to the music, and stuff like that. Little liners and all the music. It's not all going to be ham radio, but it's all going to be science related. It's all going to be kind of in the same big wheelhouse, if you will. Probably going to do some stuff on space weather. Probably some stuff on terrestrial weather, storm chasing. I think I'm going to have some songs on storm chasing in there. I'm going to have songs on all kinds of different stuff. I've already got songs on things like the Hurricane WatchNet, POTA, FT8, 40 meters at night, Silent Keys, the ARRL. I've got already 50 songs in there playing, and you can listen to those over on Starship After Dark. You'll see it playing there, and that is, you'll see the ham clock. The audio is playing in stereo. It's playing the radio station, which is called Pile Up Radio. No, I'm not going to do that. That's just a lot of money. Yeah, that's just a lot of money, guys. And I'm only broadcasting to the hams in my own local town. No, this is an internet thing. This will be broadcasting worldwide for hams all over the world. That way I have a much larger audience. When you're dealing with ham radio stuff, you already dealing with a micro audience, really. If you look at how many people are actually into ham and how many of them are actually active and how many of them actually do stuff, it's just hundreds of thousands of people. It's not millions of people. And so when you start dividing out the audience and everything, that's why I widened out. I wanted to do just mostly ham radio, and I was later going to venture into doing news and stuff on a separate channel or whatever. I ended up just doing it all on this channel because the ham radio is not enough. I have a lot of you guys are ham radio people. A lot of you are not ham radio people, and that's cool. I try to provide content that works for both. Man, I got a pounder going right now. I'm going to be signing off here before too much longer. But yeah, anyway, as far as the new year goes, I see positive things for this year. I do. I'm looking at your nonpartisan financial analysts and stuff like that are all pretty positive about next year. The housing market is interesting. We're seeing a buyer's market up north and a seller's market in Florida and Texas because everybody's moving here right now. And I think that's going to continue through the year. I think we're going to see even more of that. I think in another 5 years that Florida's going to pick up 3 or 4 more congressional seats. And many of your northern, northeastern, and midwestern blue states are going to lose more congressional seats. All right, well, Heath, have a good one. Good luck in the morning with whatever. Get up early. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Heath, I do appreciate it. And I still don't have those exact dates hammered out, but I'll get with you. Jazz Hands. Yeah, that was a jazzy song. I don't remember what I wrote that one like, but every one of my songs is written like in the genre of another song. Because I like them to sound eerily familiar, but yet not the same. You'll never listen to one of my songs and go, "Oh, that's just this song reworded." It's not the way I do it. It's all new music. So there you go. All right, yeah, and we'll do more of this, guys, in the weeks and days to come. We'll do more of the stuff with the AI making the photos. I love doing it. I wish I could give you guys the link, but there is plenty of other places you can do it right now. I think ChatGPT's doing it. I think Grok is doing it. And I know you can do it over on that other website. What is it, Bing or whatever? Damn this thing. Let me see. Open in a new tab. Yeah. So this is the one I gave you guys before, and it's the one I was using up until Jake the Millennial gave me this one. Once he gave me this one, I've been off to the races. But you guys also consider using Grok. Grok usually will make images for you. These things are all being built right before our eyes, so you know it's one of those things. And then of course you've got chatgpt.com, which is getting worse every day, but it's still reliable, it's still decent, it's not great. But all those are good. And like I said, eventually I'll give you this one if I can, that I'm using, because it's such an it's not available on the internet right now because we're still making it. It's still kind of being put together. All right, let's see here. Linus and Lucy style. There you go. Yeah, I make them. I've made some, and like I said, I have certain bands I like. Pink Floyd. I've done a couple of styles out of Led Zeppelin, and believe it or not, a lot of the country sounding stuff is not country really. I wrote it like Jim Croce, Operator, Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle, stuff like that. And it comes out a little country, but that's okay. It's folksy, it's country. I like it. It's good. And I also I wrote an angry song, and I let the computer get as angry as it wants, and I can't publish that one. It literally came up with the title F-U-C-K the A-R-R-L, and that's the name of the song. And it says the F word about maybe, I don't know, 100 times in the song, just over and over and over. F to A-R-R-L, F to A-R-R-L. I'm like, Jesus, dude, seriously. And I wrote it like Angry Lincoln Park. And oh my God, dude, it's bad. It's crazy. It's like, oh, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I thought it was great. I laughed through the whole thing like 3 times, and then decided I can't ever play this. You can't tell AI. AI can be, if you tell AI to be angry, it'll be angry. If you tell AI to be happy, it'll be happy. That's why it's good to always start your letters and memos and stuff with write me a positive, upbeat memo or letter. If you put those words in there, it will help AI to understand how you want it written. Like, even if I'm writing my water company about a bill, I start out with write me a warm and understanding letter about, and then I explain the situation. Oh, okay. I could do that. Okay, do you guys, are you up to it right now? I'll show you guys how I do it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Grok, and I'm going to type in, make me a description, or make me an AI prompt for a song that will sound just like the good, the bad, and the ugly song. Do not use proper names or band names. You have to put that because that's what screws it up. Okay, so you type that. Now I've got that. So then I go over to Suno and I start me a new project over there. Make sure that my left column's all set to go. Um, I'm not really showing this. I guess I could. Let me pull this over here. Um, let me see. All right, I gotta move this over. Okay, I can just do it right from there. That will work. Okay, give me just a second, guys. I'm resetting the screen. Okay, guys, hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing here. This is Grok, or I'm sorry, this is Suno. Now, I just used Grok, which you don't need to see that part because I just typed in there and it made it. I just used Grok to make me, I don't know why it scrolled all the way to the top, to make me my thing here. Create an instrumental Western spaghetti Western theme that perfectly captures the iconic style of a classic 1960s cinematic showdown piece, approximately 3 to 4 minutes long. Overhaul mood. Okay, I've got it's all here, and I copy basically the first full description, and I put it into styles. Okay, then I go back to Grok. Now, what are we writing this about? Make me song lyrics for a song about grumpy old ham radio operators running people off the bands. That are authoritarian and make everything unpleasant. Okay, so I wrote a basic thing here. We're going to do it about the old curmudgeons, unless you guys come up with something else. Make it a medium tempo. You don't have to put all this, by the way, if you're making music. I'm being more specific because I want to be specific. I know what I'm looking for. Make it a medium tempo song that is about 4 minutes. Make it funny and very direct. You can call names and make it very funny. See, you can unleash AI a little bit. Okay, so let's try that. And here, then I click go. So now I'm making my lyrics, okay? And here they come. The lid song. Oh my God! See, it comes up with a word I don't even use, but I know what it means. Get off my frequency. The lid song. That's what it's called. So I'm gonna take that. Get off my frequency. The lid song, and I'm going to now copy that over. Scroll down and put that right here where it says song title. So now I've got my song title in there, and then I want to check my verses and make sure there's no extra words or anything. One of my songs, right in the middle, it goes facebook.com, and I'm like, what the F? And I gotta go fix that now. Anyway, so here we go. Here's our verses, Anything in paren, it knows that is direction. It knows how to take that. So we go all the way down to the outro. We do not need this bottom part because remember, I already told it how I want it to do it. Okay, so I just get the lyrics. I go over here and I put the lyrics in Suno. So now I've got the title, the style, which I had the AI make the style for me, and I had the AI make the lyrics for me, and then I click create. This is how easy it is. Guys, I'm making a whole radio station like this. All it takes is a few hours of your time, and you could have 40 or 50 songs. You could have your own radio station. You could stream on YouTube starting tomorrow. It even assigns a little picture, and it takes a few minutes. If you play, you can play it early, and it will play some of it for you. But it also is not like the final version, so I don't want to do that. I want to let it go ahead and finish. So we're going to give it a few minutes. It's best when something gets going to let it finish, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so this is written in the style of The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. And it's written about the good, bad, and the ugly of ham radio. So there you go. I think this will be good, a good one. Tell it to launch nuclear. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. It doesn't need me to tell it. If it decides to do it, it will just do it. I don't think it needs me to help it out any. But anyway, sometimes I'll get 4, 5, 6 of these queued up. It makes you 2 songs. Each time you do it, it makes 2 songs. If you're on the free version, sometimes it'll make 4 songs. The reason it does that is because the first 2 are the free version. The second 2 is a 1-minute sample of what the better version would have sounded like. I went ahead and paid for this, so I'm paying. I'm a paying customer, so. So here we go. We are making a song. This does take 5 minutes or so. Let's just give it some time. Okay. All right. So when you're making music, it's really good to just. I didn't do it tonight because I wanted to get the process started so I could show you guys because I'm going to bed soon. But I did want to show you guys. Okay. Basically, the way this works is, okay. If you pick the exact song you want, like I said, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, or Jim Croce, Time in a Bottle, or whatever. You pick the song you want, and then you go and have AI you tell the AI Grok to make an AI prompt to direct a music making AI to make music to make it sound just like this song, but don't use any names. And boom, it makes it. You put that in, then you make your now normally I would make the lyrics and I would go through the lyrics. I would go all the way down through the lyrics and see. I would change a few things or whatever. But today I didn't, because again, this takes a few minutes over here, and apparently they're pretty busy tonight because it's taken a few more minutes. I'm sure it's not going to give me a download option yet. Okay, it is. So once it gives me a download option, okay, there we go. We got a time. All right, let's listen to it. Here we go. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix, as always with Windows. If anything changes, I have to go reset everything. So let's go and do what we have to do here. All right, right, guys, here we go. I'm just gonna let it play 5 minutes.
Old Harlan's on 80 meters, same spot every night. Parked on 3905 like he owns the damn right. You dare to call CQ just a half click away. He drops that big carrier and blows you away. Move your lid. This is my frequency, son. I was here when your daddy was still in grade 1. He's got a linear the size of a truck and a mouth full of venom and zero good luck. Hey, hey, hey! Get off my band, you rotten old lid. You grumpy old curmudgeon, go yell at your kids. You gatekeep the hobby like it's your private club. We're just trying to rat you, not join your grudge club. Turn down that amp, put the ego on hold. The bands belong to all of us, not just the old and the bold. There's Elmer Q. Grumpus, king of the net. Runs it like boot camp, you better not forget. Read back your call 3 times, phonetic and slow. You missed the last check-in, off the list you go. He lectures on protocol for 45 straight, while the rest of us yawn and quietly hate. Back in my day, we used spark and real grit. Yeah, Elmer, we know. Now you're just throwing a fit. Hey, hey, hey!
Oh my God, I love this.
My band, you cranky old goat. Your rules and your rants make us all miss the boat. You scare off the newbies with your barking and bite. Then whine there's no young blood on the airwaves at night. Take your blood pressure pill, give the mic a rest. The hobby's supposed to be fun, not a contest. Big Bad Bob's on 40 with his 4-element beam. Points it right at you and lets out a scream. QRZ, you're weak, you're a no-code extra. Buddy, we all pass the same test, you old windbag lecturer. He brags about his tower, his kilowatt flame.
Oh,
but
God, I love
can't
this.
work a pile up without calling names. Lid appliance operator, go buy a real rig. Bob your homebrew from 62 looks like a pig.
Oh, they love to complain how the bands are all dead, while they're the ones chasing everybody out of their head. They sit there like trolls on their favorite old rock, guarding the spectrum with a mean old roadblock. If you're new or you're different or you dare sound young, you'll get a full broadside right off their tongue.
Get off my band, you miserable hams. Take your good old days and your traffic jams. We're here for the magic, the skip and the fun, not your grumpy dictatorship under the sun. Lighten up, old timers, share the airwaves with glee, or we'll all change frequency and leave you lonely on 393. This is your clear and moving far away from the lids. 73. And good riddance.
Oh my God, dude. That is fun. And I did that in what, 6 minutes? And it took the thing like 5 or 6 minutes. It took me 5 or 6 minutes. I mean, it's done. And we got a whole song. What do you guys think about that? Is that crazy? I mean, you guys can make satire now. I've showed you everything you need to know tonight. How to make satire, how to make memes for your Facebook page, how to make songs that you could list up there. You could take the song that you made and make shorts. You could take the song that you made and make shorts out of it. Anyway, just to show you one more time, this is what I did here. This is the lyrics. This is on Suno, S-U-N-O, S-U-N-O. There's a free version. Also, if the paid version's pretty cheap. But you can see their lyrics, the styles, and the style I had Grok make up. Advanced options, you can choose male or female voice. I usually, like, if I'm doing Pink Floyd, I run this weirdness up a little bit. I want it to be nice and weird. And then you put the name in here. The name's important because it just saves it under that, and that way you can find it later. But that's how you do it, and that's Suno, S-U-N-O. And so there you go. We're going to be leaving here in just a minute. I'm going to be signing off. When we do, I'm going to sign off with this song again, but it's going to be a totally different version. Same lyrics, but different singers, different song, different version, and you can pick which one you want. I'm going to have probably 150 songs, and I'll have 2 of each, and I'm probably going to leave them all in there so that they'll rotate, so there'll be like 300 songs, and you may hear a song with similar lyrics, but it's a totally different song. It's going to be kind of cool. All right, so I want it to be a wide variety. All right, is there anything else, guys, before we go out tonight? On anything else? I really like that Suno. I wish I could give you guys the program that I used to do the other stuff. I can't right now, but that's all right. We'll just at some point, hopefully, I can get it to where you guys can use it. Yeah, and you can use easy mode. I suggest, you can use that. I don't know. I was letting it write the lyrics and everything and let it pick the song, and I wasn't as happy. When I was going, then I go to Grok and I have Grok make the lyrics, and I tell Grok to make me the. Do not get on my laptop. And I make Grok give me the type of song, the genre, and all that, and I put it all in manually. I've been having a lot better luck with that. So you might want to move that from simple over to custom and just go over and make those things. All it is the type of song. What is that thing doing? I shut it off. Damn it. The tracking is off. Stop. Hand tracking is off. Group tracking is off. Normal body tracking is off. Everything is off, yet it still zooms in on me sometimes. I don't know what the hell it's even doing. What do you think it's doing, Mama? What you doing? Hi, Mom Kitty. Mom Blee. We're about to say goodnight to everybody. Yes, you can do that. I have 2 or 3 songs. I have one in particular song that I did at, like Pink Floyd, and I actually told it the notes I wanted to use. I wanted the chord. I told it chords like A D A C A D A C, you know, stuff like that. And then I also told it the entire song was in the key of whatever, B, whatever. I did, and you, so you can get very specific, or you can let the thing pick it and then just have it generate it over and over and over till you get what you want. You know what I mean? Yes, AI is going to take over everything. Enjoy it on the way. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So just enjoy the shit while you can, man. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, I'm going to see you guys later. I'm going to see you tomorrow night. We'll be back on again. I've got a fairly busy day tomorrow, and I'm going to be hitting it hard tomorrow. And I've got I'll be getting off tomorrow like normal. I'll be coming home and doing a regular show tomorrow night, and then a regular deal over the weekend. I'll be home over this weekend. I'm pretty sure I'll be home this whole weekend. So I'll let you guys know if anything comes up, or if I'm doing any other broadcasts, I'll let you guys know. But for right now, 9 o'clock every night, I will be here. All right, we're going to listen to the Lid song, the other one that we didn't hear. We're now going to listen to that one, and it's going to be very different, but yet the same lyrics. I'll see you guys later. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, right here from Starship Adventures. We'll see you guys later. Say goodnight, Mama. You gonna say goodnight? Say goodnight.
Old Harlan's on 80 meters.
Good night, everybody.
Every night.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Parked on 395 like he owns the damn right. You dare to call CQ just a half click away. He drops that big carrier and blows you away. Move, you lid, this is my frequency, son. I was here when your daddy was still in grade 1. He's got a linear the size of a truck, and a mouth full of venom and zero good luck. Hey, hey, get off my band, you rotten old lid. You grumpy old curmudgeon, go yell at your kids. You gatekeep the hobby like it's your private club. We're just trying to rag you, not join your grudge club. Turn down that amp, put the ego on hold. The bands belong to all of us, not just the old and the bold. There's Elmer Q. Grumpus, king of the net. Runs it like boot camp, you better not forget. Read back your call 3 times, phonetic and slow. You missed the last check-in, off the list you go. He lectures on protocol for 45 straight, while the rest of us yawn and quietly hate. Back in my day, we used spark and real grit. Yeah, Elmer, we know now you're just throwing a fit. Hey, hey, get off my band, you cranky old goat. Your rules and your rants make us all miss the boat. You scare off the newbies with your barking and bite. Then whine there's no young blood on the airwaves at night. Take your blood pressure pill, give the mic a rest. The hobby's supposed to be fun, not a contest. Big Bad Bob's on 40 with his 4-element beam. Points it right at you and lets out a scream. QRZ, you're weak, you're a no-code extra. Buddy, we all pass the same test, you old windbag lecturer. He brags about his tower, his kilowatt flame, but can't work a pile up without calling names. Lit appliance operator, go buy a real rig. Bob, your homebrew from 62 looks like a pig.
Oh, they love to complain how the bands are all dead, while they're the ones chasing everybody out of their head. They sit there like trolls on their favorite old rock, guarding the spectrum with a mean old roadblock. If you're new or you're different or you dare sound young, you'll get a full broadside right off their tongue. Hey, hey, get off my band, you miserable hams. Take your good old days and your traffic jams. We're here for the magic, the skip and the fun, not your grumpy dictatorship under the sun. Lighten up, old timers, share the airwaves with glee, or we'll all change frequency and leave you lonely on 393. This is clear
And moving far away from the lid 73. And good riddance. Well, I sit here in the quiet of my modern little room, staring at the screen where the waterfall blooms. I pulled down the old logbook from the shelf tonight, dust on the cover, pages yellow by time's cruel light. There in careful ink, the call signs of friends I knew, laughing voices on the air, strong signals breaking through. We'd crowd in the shack, coffee steaming in the cold, blow of vacuum tubes, painting everything in gold. Crackle of AM, stories swapping late into the dawn, building Heathkit side by side, singing our radio song. Stockcake.com, stockcake.com, Facebook.com. Oh, they're gone now, silent keys in the night, one by one, fading out of sight. The paper holds their names, but not their voices anymore. Friends I shared the bands with, walking through that final door. The glow is dimming, the crackles turn to silence in this empty shack. I'm left with just remembrance, 73 to the ones who taught me how to fly. Silent keys, goodbye. Remember Tommy's laugh when the pileup called his call, or how Bill could pull a whisper through the noise floor wall. We'd string up wires together, climb the roof in summer heat, solder irons glowing, making magic from a kit complete. Late night raptures about life, love, and the world we'd spin, dreaming on the short wave where the real adventure begins. But turning, taking more with every page. Now the logbook's full of ghosts from a golden age. Play follows, carnalbands.com, Flickr, Gurcom. Oh, they're gone now. Silent keys in the night, one by one, fading out of sight. The paper holds their names, but not their voices anymore. Friends I shared the bands with, walking through that final door. The glow is dimming, the crackles turn to silence, and then an empty shack. I'm left with just remembrance, sever the tree to the ones who taught me how to fly. Silent keys, goodbye. I fire up the old rig sometimes just to hear the hum, but the bands feel colder now, like the warmth has come undone. No more hey old man crackling through the static sea. No familiar fists on CW, no one calling me. The new ops are fine with their digital screen so bright, but they never knew the magic of a tube-lit winter night, when friends filled the airwaves and the world felt close and kind. Now it's just echoes in my mind. I trace their call sign slowly with a trembling hand, wondering how time slipped away like grains of sand. We thought we'd be forever, chasing DX till the end, but the final 7th and 3 came sooner than we planned. If there's a big shack in the sky, I hope they're rag true and still, with tubes forever glowing and signals strong at will. Garsham radio, org, Facebook, com. So I'll keep the logbook open, let the memories breathe. Turn the pages gently, though it makes my poor heart grieve, for the friends who showed me wonder in a world of waving sky, who built this hobby with me before they said goodbye. Maybe someday I'll join them when my own key goes still. Till then I'll keep listening, I know I always will. Oh, they're gone now, silent keys in the night, but in my heart they're still burning bright. The paper holds their names, and I'll speak them when I pray, for the friends who lit the shack in their warm and gentle way. The glow may fade, the crackle turn to silence, but love like ours defies the years defying 7 and 3. My brothers, till we meet again someday. Silent keys, but never far away. Yeah, silent keys in the logbook blue. 7 keys, old friends, I still hear you.
but one good find, but one